Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Lakarabepes, and in this tutorial I am going to talk about plagiarism. So I will be able to tell you what plagiarism is, the type of plagiarism, and then the prevention strategies of plagiarism. So for the first one, what is plagiarism? So plagiarism is basically presenting someone else's work as your own without proper citation. So this work includes words or ideas or images or even data. Like it can be intentional, like you can mean to do it, or unintentional. So those are that's a basic explanation of what plagiarism is. Secondly, now plagiarism is also divided into types. For example, direct plagiarism, self plagiarism, paraphrasing plagiarism, mosaic, and accidental plagiarism. So for the first type of plagiarism, which is direct, is like copying the text word for word, like without citing, you copy everything. And the second type of plagiarism is self-plagiarism. It's like you're using your own previous work without permission. Like you need to get the permission since it's going to be a published work. And then the third one is paraphrasing plagiarism. Paraphrasing plagiarism is simply rewriting ideas without giving credit. Like you rewrite another person's idea without mentioning that it is not your own. The original person who mentioned it's so and so. And then the fourth type of plagiarism is mosaic. Now this is like mixing phrases from source without citation. And then the last one is accidental plagiarism. It's like failing to cite, or even when you cite incorrectly. And then let's go ahead to examples of plagiarism. That is the direct, the self, paraphrasing, mosaic, and accidental. And then there is also consequences of plagiarism. So plagiarism is like a crime. So if you commit a crime, you will pay for it. These are the consequences of plagiarism. For example, like when you do this in academic writings. For example, when you're given an assignment and you do the plagiarism, you are going to fail. So you'll end up failing your assignment. And then when it's like a professional field, for example, when you are a journalist and then you copy other people's articles, what happens is that you lose the job or you damage your reputation. So the last one is the legal way. That is like when you do this in a lawsuit. So like when you do this in the law sector, you are always you either lose trust or your credibility to your clients. And then prevention strategies of plagiarism is just as simple as you always cite all your sources. That is, for example, you can use the APA or MLA, and then you can also use quotation marks for direct quotes. So the quotation marks just indicate that you have mentioned something that was said by somebody else, and then you paraphrase properly, and then or you use other plagiarism detection tools so that you know that you have done plagiarism, that you can stop, or you just keep track of references while researching. So this brings us to the end of our video about plagiarism. Please stay tuned for more educative videos like this.